Three keys for mortgage rates in 2026: inflation, the Federal Reserve, and the reliability of US economic data. So let's start with inflation. Last year, the jobs market is really what pushed mortgage rates, and it was the fact that job growth declined steeply throughout the year. That's what led to the Fed cutting rates 3 times. Now, while we haven't had the normal amount of data in the last quarter of the year, what we have seen suggests that the job market is at least stabilizing, and we're not going to see a continuing decline in job growth. That turns the focus to inflation. Now, best case scenario with inflation, you have the theory that Jerome Powell outlined at the last Fed meeting, where tariff-related inflation trickles into the numbers sometime in Q1 of this year. Those items affected by tariffs start to decline. That inflation declines after those increases are fully realized, while the rest of inflation, which has been very flat, stays flat. That's best case scenario. For worst case, let's talk about these other two pieces. The Federal Reserve is going to be key this year because Jerome Powell's term is up in May, and he is guaranteed going to be gone. It's a question of who's going to replace him and how are they going to operate. The other piece is the reliability of US data. Last September, Donald Trump fired the head of the BLS due to bad job data. And so far, there's no indication that the data is being gamed, but it's something to watch because historically we've seen this. The central bank becomes essentially state operated and is driven by political decisions rather than economic database decisions, and economic data that they're going off of is no longer accurate. So they can kind of do whatever they want. If that happens, if we lose the independence of the Fed and there is legitimate questionable data, that would lead to much higher mortgage rates.